Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to be giving a 2 minutes window so that we can have more people join before we can start. Can we hear me? We'll just start. Thank you so much for joining. I see everybody joining. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for joining another edition of our Wednesday Live and Nexi Concept Limited. Thank you. I'm waving back at everybody. Thank you for joining. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. My name is Blessing. I'm a counselor at Nexi Concept Limited, our Abuja office, and I'm going to be anchoring today's session. Today's session is going to be very, 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 I believe it's going to be very helpful to as many of us who are preparing to have our Pre-Cas interview, right? So it's going to be very, very, very helpful. Yep. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about Pre-Cas, planning for your Pre-Cas interview, what to expect. Now I understand that, I know that a lot of us already know that for you to have a Pre-Cas interview, you must have already put in your application, you must have already gotten offers. So for some schools who there are certain type of schools that for you to conduct your Pre-Cas interview, you'll be given a conditional offer. Then when you take the interview, you pass, you'll be given an unconditional offer. Whereas there are other type of schools where after you have gotten your offer, you pay your initial deposit payment, or you're making a full payment of your tuition. After that, then you can now be scheduled for a Pre-Cas interview. So regardless or depending on what your case is, so long as you are preparing for a Pre-Cas interview, this information is going to help you. It's going to help you a lot. Now, Pre-Cas interview is a requirement that you need to meet before CAS is issued to you. After, amongst many other requirements, this is a very, very important requirement that you need to have before CAS can be issued to you. So we're going to be getting straight into the likely questions that you'd be asked, what to expect when you are conducting your Pre-Cas interview. Yes. Okay, so first things first, for your Pre-Cas interview, you have to be familiar with your SOP and your CV, because most of the things that you'd be saying are already written in your statement of purpose, or they are already in your CV. So you have to familiarize yourself with your SOP and your CV, as well as doing an in-depth research on this institution now that you are interviewing for, or that you intend to join or you intend to go. So you need to familiarize yourself with your SOP, what you have on your SOP, familiarize yourself with what you have existing on your CV, and also you need to make an in-depth study about this school. So you need, if it requires that, you need to get to the school's website in order for you to gather information, in order for you to get information, so as for you to have a very, very smooth interview session. So I'm going to be running through likely questions that questions you should expect during your Pre-Cas interview, how you should answer them, what they expect, what the interviewer expects when you are answering this question. Okay, so and then at the end of everything, I'm going to give us space to type in your questions. If you have any questions, you can just type it in the comment section, and I will do well to answer them when I am done with everything I am saying. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Once again, we are talking about planning and preparing for your Pre-Cas interview, and I'm going to get straight into the questions, likely questions that are asked. So first of all, you'd be asked, you should expect questions like introduce yourself. So when you're asked questions like that, what you are supposed to do is don't give too much information. At the same time, don't give too little information. Okay, so you want to hit the nail on the head, right? Okay, so when you're asked introduce yourself, I'm going to use myself for example, so you can follow through that. Okay, so introduce yourself. My name is Blessing. I am from Enugu State, Nigeria. I'm a prospective student of Birmingham City University who will be studying financial management. My student number, my student ID number, you can quote your student ID number, and then tell the interviewer when your course is starting. My course is starting 23rd, for example, 23rd of September 2023, and it's ending 16th of August 2024. So that's just an idea. That's how your introduction should be. You are hitting the nail on the head, and at the same time, you're not giving too much information. Okay, so you want to you want to attempt that question this way. Second question is, why did you choose the United Kingdom? I know that I believe that there are many reasons why we chose the United Kingdom to be our study destination. So the interviewer wants to know, why did you choose the United Kingdom amongst every other countries? So they want to hear specific reasons why you chose the United Kingdom. Okay, so why did you choose the United Kingdom? Now, in this question, you like to talk about the similarities that the United Kingdom have to your home country. For example, similarities in the educational system of the United Kingdom to your home country. You want to talk about that. That is one reason you chose the United Kingdom. You also want to talk about the similarities in the mode of study. Right, that's another thing to talk about. You can also include the UK's high standard of education, quality education. You want to talk about that when you're talking about why you chose the United Kingdom. You also want to talk about rankings of universities in the United Kingdom. We know that universities in the United Kingdom are ranked, are world renowned, and they are ranked top 50, top 100. So you want to talk about that you want to include that this is the reason why I chose the United Kingdom. I actually did my research and I found out these reasons, and these were the reasons that actually cultured my decision on wanting to study in the United Kingdom. Okay, so next question you should be expecting is, did you consider other study destinations, or your interviewer wants to know if you considered other countries apart from the United Kingdom. Okay, so of course, yes, I believe that you didn't just wake up and just say, okay, it's UK. Well, for some persons, it might be that case, but I believe that we have actually contrasted, or we've actually checked countries like Canada. Some of us have checked countries like the United States of America, countries like Australia. So the interviewer wants to know, among these other countries, why did you choose United Kingdom, right? Why did you choose United Kingdom? So at this point, you can mention the countries you actually considered. You can say that, you can attempt the question in this way. You can say that I considered Canada and the United States of America. However, I settled for the United Kingdom because you now begin to list the reasons why you chose or why you settled for the United Kingdom. Reasons can include the the proximity to your home country, right? And then it is 6.5 hours flight from the United Kingdom to your home country. So it's one major reason to why you should consider or you settled for the United Kingdom. You can also talk about the time zones. Your home country to the United Kingdom has similar time zones. So these are one of the reasons, or these are part of the reasons why you settled for the United Kingdom. You can also say that master's courses in the United Kingdom are usually 9 months. They're usually 9 months as compared to that of Canada, that is 2 years and the rest. So, like I said, I'm just attempting to structure how you'd answer the question and the questions you should expect. So you can go the extra to also look up other reasons. I believe that we have individual reasons why we chose. So these are the things you should put in front of the interviewer when you are in the process, or when you are having your Pre-Cas interview, or when you are preparing for your Pre-Cas interview. I hope at this point we are following. I know that I'm talking. I'll soon be done, and then we would have time where I would respond to questions just in case you have any. Please let me know at any point if you are not hearing me, if you can't hear me, if there's a little bit of connections or anything, or if you need me to say some things, just kindly bring my attention to it, and I'll do that. Thank you so much for your apt attention till this point. Thank you. So the next question to expect is why the said university. So for example, you are going to Birmingham City University. Sorry, in no particular order. I'm just using Birmingham City University. It can be any other university. And besides, I forgot to mention, list the schools that conduct Pre-Cas interview. Let me just say it at this point before I delve into the next question. So now, not all the schools in the UK conduct Pre-Cas interview. Okay, so there are certain schools that conduct Pre-Cas interview before your CAS is issued to you. Others do not. So let me just run through the schools that conduct Pre-Cas interview in no particular order. Birmingham City University does Pre-Cas interview. De Montfort University does Pre-Cas interview. University of Northampton does Pre-Cas interview. Teesside University does Pre-Cas interview. University of Bradford, University of Bedfordshire, University of East London, and I think in no particular order. These are the universities and more. In case I didn't mention, or I failed to capture others. But the basic thing is, not all the schools in the UK conduct Pre-Cas interview. So there are certain schools that before you are giving CAS, you would need to go through the Pre-Cas interview. Okay, I see that someone is requesting to join the live video. I think I would want to take that, so I would respond to your request after I'm done with the whole thing I have to say. Okay, thank you. So the next question, like I was before I started to talk about schools that conduct Pre-Cas interview. Why the university? So amongst these universities I mentioned, one of them is one of the universities you are going into. So the interviewer, what they expect, they want to know why you chose their university. So there are so many reasons why. So you've told them about why you chose the UK. So that passes, right? Now they want to know, in the UK there are so many hundreds of universities in the UK that you should have gone with. Why are you singling that particular university and you want to go with them? So how you can attempt to answer this question is talk about the location of where this university is, right? So like I said, you need to go the extra. You need to check. There's certain information if you need to go on the university's website to have, you'd have to, right? And if you have any particular challenge whatsoever, please reach us, send us a DM, and we will guide you as you prepare for your Pre-Cas interview. Okay, all right. So talk about the location of the city, where the location of the location of where that particular university is. Also talk about the economy of that of the city where the university is. Okay, and then Also talk about the ranking of the university. What is their ranking with Times Higher Education? What is their ranking with University Guide? What is their up-to-date ranking? So these are the reasons why you are prompted to study with this university. First of all, the location, the economy of the location of the city where the university is, the economy, what is happening, are there jobs, the perks in the city, are there beautiful places, are there hangout spots, the people, the residents in that particular city, are they welcoming people, the cultural diversities. You can also talk about the staff strength of the university, talk about the research facilities that this university have. Okay, you need to talk about those things. And then, does the university have high employability? I'm sure that is part of the reasons why we will want to choose a certain university over a certain university. So bring out this point. Talk about the city, talk about the economy of the city, the ranking of the university. What is their ranking with Times Higher Education? What is their ranking with University Guide, right? What is what research facilities do they have? What is the relation? When you study that course, there are certain courses that you study that automatically you become chartered. So you can now begin to bring up all of those things, and then the employability. What is the percentage of employability of students who study in that university, right? So these are what you should be considering when you want to answer that particular question. Okay, so I'm going to be moving to the next. After talking about, so we've spoken about, let me just do a recap for those who are joining. We've spoken about introducing yourself, what and what you should do. By the way, this video is going to be re-uploaded, so just in case you are joining now or you'll be joining later, this video will be re-uploaded, so you can always go back on our page and follow through with it and get all the information that you will be needing. So we've spoken about introducing yourself, what and what you should talk about when you're introducing yourself. We've spoken about why did you choose the United Kingdom. We've spoken about whether you have considered any other country of destination or any other country aside the UK. We've spoken about that. We've spoken about why you chose the university. We've spoken about that. Now we are going to be talking about why your course. Why did you choose that course? In attempting to answer this question, kindly make do of your course models. Okay, so the course models is on the school's website, where you find the details of the course, what you'll be learning, the subject or the courses you'll be taking in order for you to make to get your certificate of Masters of Science. Okay, so you talk about your course models, and when you're talking about your course models, don't just mention the course models. Oh, I'm going to be studying so and so, and this so and so I'll be studying is going to benefit me. I'm going to be learning this and that and that. Beyond that, try to link your course models to what you have studied previously in your university, that is during your undergraduate. Also, link that course models to what you are doing now based off on the work experience that you have gathered. Say, for example, I studied accounting, right, during my undergraduate, and now I want to go and do financial management. Okay, right? So when they ask me why did I choose financial management, why that course, why something else, why am I going with financial management? So first of all, you'd want to start to talk about, I chose financial management because I read up the course models. They were interesting. Apart from the fact that they are interesting, I'm going to be learning a lot. In fact, so and so course model is going to help me as I am a financial analyst currently. Do you understand? As I'm a financial analyst currently, this course model, so and so, I'm going to be learning A, B, C, and E from this, which will in turn affect me right? So if, for example, now there are two reasons why you'd want to study a course generally. It's either you want to continue a career progression or you want to change a career. So you want to change from your current career path, you want to pursue a new career path. So if you are maintaining existing or you want to progress on your career path, now when you're talking about the course modules, link it to what you studied previously in your university, like the example I gave of myself, where I studied accounting and now I want to go and do financial management. So I'm linking I'm linking the course modules that this financial management MSc that I am going to or I'm going for, how it's going to affect me, how it has affected, how I have studied a similar course, and how I am believing and I'm expecting that this financial management course that I am doing right now is going to help me, as I do not have so much, I have limited understanding or limited knowledge in financial management. However, this MSc is going to open me up to a broad spectrum of what this course is about. That is for somebody who is maintaining a particular career progression, who wants to progress. If you are looking into going into another different, or you are changing your career path, right? You can talk about the course modules by saying that, okay, I studied so and so in my university. However, I am going for this course because I believe I have always been passionate about this. And that is hence the reason why I am changing my career path to this. And I strongly believe that this course is going to help me in this area, in that area, as I am limited in knowledge and understanding about this area. However, taking up this course is going to open me up. You can now even, after linking the course modules to what you have done, studied in your university, the experiences you have in terms of your work experience, you can now link it to your future career path. Where do you see yourself? So if you are building an existing or you are progressing in an existing career, you can say, if I take this course, I'm going to be promoted, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. I see this course is going to enable me with the adequate knowledge and understanding that I need to become this, to become that person. Okay, so these are these are reasons why, or these are things you should be looking at when you are trying to attempt the questions, this particular question when you are asked. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people joining in. Thank you so much for joining. We've actually said, we said a lot, I would say, yeah, but this video is going to be uploaded so that I don't get to go back, right? This video is going to be uploaded after now, so we can kindly go back and check for the informations that we need. And if you need further help, please do not hesitate to send us a DM, and would be glad to help you. Yes. Okay, so the next question that you should be expecting is, what are your plans after graduation? So you ask questions like, what's your future prospects? Or what are your plans after graduation? So at this point, what you are expected to say is, upon completion of your course, you'd want to come back to your home country, where you'll be working with so and so organization as, let's say, head of operations. You can mention the particular position where you'll be filling. So for example, if you were granted a study leave from your organization to go and study and come back, you can say, upon completion of my of this course, I would be coming back to my home country, where I will be joining my current organization. As you took a study leave, you'll be coming back. However, you're not coming back to your previous job title, your previous position. You are coming to a new position. You'll be promoted to so and so, and you'll be earning so and so. You know, if you don't just make up your mind that you want to study like that, right? You should have considered the benefits of doing a master's course. So if I want to do a master's course, I must have actually calculated what is the benefits for me if I do a master's, right? So now your future plan, your plans after graduation, or your future prospects, this is where this comes in, your planning and everything. This is where it comes in right now. So you want to tell your interviewer, you want to tell the school that, after I am done studying this course. I would love to come back to my home country where I'll be working with XYZ organization as head of operations, and I'll be earning so and so. And in the long run, I also see myself doing this and that and that. Okay. So that is basically how you should structure your answers when you are attempting to answer plans. What are your plans after graduation? Really, thank you people for joining. I'm seeing a lot of people joining in. I have said so much, but when I am done, I am going to go back to do a recap so that for those of us joining, we can have an idea what we said. However, this video is going to be uploaded on our page. Please, after this, after the live is over, you can go back and check for the necessary information that you need. Also, if you should, in case you need help with planning your Pre-Cas interview, please send us a DM and we'll be glad to help you out. Okay, thank you. So next question we're going to be looking at is why your study gap, or what is your study gap, or what study gap do you have? Now, what this question is they want to know what have you been doing from the time you left school, say during your undergraduate. What have you been doing from that time till now? Okay, so that is like the basic for this. That's like the basic for this question. So here you want to talk about what you have been doing from when you left the university till date. So if you left university, say in 2016, you want to attempt this question by saying upon graduation in 2017, I began working with XYZ organization as a customer relationship manager from 2016 to 2018. After 2018, I resigned and I joined so ABC organization from 2020 till date, where I am this, I am that. Do you understand? So that is what they want to know. They want to see, okay, so for people who left school in 2010, you left school in 2012, that long. So from that time to this time, what have you been doing? What is counting on you that you are, okay, this is what this person have been doing from so time when he left this the university to till current or till date. So if you are working, it means that you are gaining experience. You are gaining experience that is in line with this course, this particular course of your choice, or you are gaining experience in line with the new career progression that you are looking into doing or studying. Okay, so that's for why you study gap. This is basically what you'd want to look into when you are asked that question. The next thing I'll be talking about is location of your school. Where's your school located? Now, these questions, like these Pre-Cas questions that you'll be getting, they are not strange questions. They are questions that you'll be like, why are they not asking me, right? So you have to have, because that the expectation is at the barest minimum, you are the one who wants to go and study this course, so you should have this information. You have made up your mind to leave your home country, you want to go and study somewhere. So that means that you have actually done in-depth research. You have actually done a lot of study about where you are going into. So they want to be sure, oh, you said you want to study with us, right? Where is our school located, at least? And then Pre-Cas interview is an opportunity, or it's an avenue to sell yourself to the school that, you know what, I am worth it, I'm worth the shot, I'm worth being your student. So you are selling yourself, you're putting yourself out there. You know what, I have actually gone through my course. I know what I am going to study. I know how this course that I'm going for is going to benefit me. I know what I would be gaining when I study this course. So you are putting yourself out there. You are letting the interviewer know that I am worth that shot. I am what I'm supposed to be considered as. I'm supposed to be considered as your student. Do you understand? So now this question that we're talking about, location of your school, please check the location, the right address for your school. Know it as trivial as it looks. If you don't know it, it's not good. It's not good at all. So you'd want to check what the location of your school is. So if your school is Birmingham City University, kindly go and check the correct address. You'll find it online. Check the correct address of Birmingham City University. If your school is D. Montfort University, if you are interviewing for Teesside, Bedfordshire, Bradford, kindly check the school address so that you can find the correct location and the right address for this school. Okay, so when you are answering the question of location of your school, check the address. These are things you want to look at. Check your address. Mention where the school is located. Mention the city. Talk about where you will be staying, accommodation. We know that accommodation in the UK is not funny anymore. Now the school wants to know what accommodation plan have you made so that you don't end up in the UK stranded. They need to know what accommodation plans have you made. Where are you going to be staying? Are you going to be staying in an apartment that the school has provided? You can call it hostel if you like. Or you are going to be staying outside the school. So if you are going to be staying outside of the apartments that the school provided, like you're going to be staying off campus, right? Mention the correct address that you'll be staying. The correct. So you, first of all, if you have not done that, please work towards that. Check it. If you have not booked for your accommodation, try to book. However the booking system is with your university, please try to. If you want to stay in the university's apartment. If you don't want to stay in the university's apartment, there are so many apps to book for accommodations, to check accommodations and everything. Please make that, at least try to book or make a reservation, right? So if you are, because you would be asked this question, accommodation is no longer funny, so it's a very, very serious conversation, right? So talk about where you'll be staying. Mention the address that where you'll be staying, right? Okay, I'll be staying, so mention the streets, mention if the apartment has a name, mention it. If it's mention it. After doing that, also talk about the distance from that accommodation, from that apartment to the school. So you want to mention the distance by road. So if you are going to be using a bus from your accommodation to the school, what is the distance? State it. This is if it's 20 minutes by bus. So you tell the interviewer of your school. The next question, I just finished talking about, so let me just recap just in case we didn't hear what I said about where will you be getting your funds from. So if you want to answer that question, it is, okay, network is bad. Sorry about the whole network fluctuations and everything. On the location of your school, if your school is inside London, your living expense is different when so I was talking about expected living expense. So expected living expense for schools inside London is separate or is different from schools that is outside London. So your expected living expense for, if your school is inside London, what you should show is £12,006 for a year, right? If your school is outside London, what you should show is £9,207. That is your expected living expense for that for a year in the UK. So like, let me go over it again. So if your school is inside London, you are supposed to show £12,006. If your school is outside London, you're supposed to show £9,207. Okay. So next question is, do you have any dependents? If the answer is no, you say no, I don't have any dependents, I'll be going by myself. However, if you do have dependents, please state it. Yes, I do have dependents. How many? I'm going with my spouse. If you are just going with your husband or you are going with your wife, I'm going with my husband who is an electrical engineer, or I'm going with my wife who is a medical assistant, something like that. Right, state it. So if you are going with your dependents, if it's yes, please say yes, I am going with my dependents. How many are they? State the number. My husband and my 2 kids, my husband and my 1 kid, my wife and my 3 kids, like that. So you want to state that. So the final question you should be expecting is visa with regards to visa refusals. You expect questions like, have you been refused visa before? So if it is no, please state no. If it is yes, you state yes. If you need to quote, the interviewer might need to ask you to quote the refusal number so that they can check it from their end to see the reason why you were refused. So if you have any visa refusal, please kindly check your mails for the refusal letter so that you can get the refusal letter, so you can find the refusal number there. And then if there is need for you to state it, then you state that. So yes, thank you so much for following me till this point. I am super excited and I am very, very, very happy that we joined our live session today. I've been talking since, but this is basically what I have said is basically the likely questions you should expect when you are planning for your Pre-Cas interview. So I'll go over it again for the benefit of those that are just joining. If you are just joining, thank you for joining, and if you have stayed through till this point, thank you for staying through till this point. So we're talking about planning for your Pre-Cas interview. I mentioned questions to expect. I also attempted to answer or structure how you should answer your questions when you are asked. So if you are just joining, please, this video is going to be uploaded again so we can join and get the necessary information. But the questions I have talked about and the answers I have given, I spoke about introducing yourself. There are certain things you should note when you want to introduce yourself. There are certain things you should say when you want to introduce yourself. Questions of why the United Kingdom? Why did you choose the United Kingdom? Why not Canada? Why not USA? Right? So I pointed this out. I also spoke about I also attempted to answer questions of if you had or you considered other study destinations or you considered other countries outside of the United Kingdom. I also touched on why the said university of your choice, right? Why do you want to go to these universities? So if you're answering that type of questions, I spoke about what should be the ingredients when you are trying to structure your answers, right? I also answered the question of why the said course of your choice. Why do you want to study this course amongst many others? Why this course? So I spoke about it. Plans after graduation was also spoken about. Your study gap. What study gap do you have? What is even study gap? I spoke about it. Location of your school. I gave us details about it. Accommodation, how you should go about your accommodation was also talked about. Where are you getting your funds from? Who is sponsoring your course? I also spoke about that. I think at this point I should add that if you are self-funded, you say I am self-funded. However, if you are a sponsored student, so you like to say that I am sponsored, and then you want to mention if it's an organization that is sponsoring you, you want to mention it at this point, okay? You want to mention the relationship you have with the sponsor and everything, right? Okay. So, and then I also spoke about the expected living expense that you should show. What is the expected living expense? I talked about living expense for the UK, for if your school is inside London and if your school is outside of London. I spoke about if you're going with dependents, what you should say and what the type of answer you should give when you have visa refusal, whether or not you have visa refusal. So I think that is basically questions you should expect. So I'm done talking. So please, if you have questions, you have any concern, please do well to just type it on the comment section and I will respond to them as much as I can. I will do that. But so far, thank you so much everybody for joining this session. I hope it was impactful and I know that it's going to help you even as you prepare for your own Pre-Cas interview. Also, if you have any challenge along the line, don't hesitate to reach us and we will be glad to help you our counselors are able, and I am a counselor myself, so we are excited and we are waiting. Our DMs are open for you to reach out to us and let us know what your concern is, and we will definitely give you the solution and the response that you desire. Okay, so I'm going to be waiting for questions. So I'm going to just I'll be checking to see if there are any questions so far, so I can respond. So far, you guys, thank you so much, especially people who joined from the beginning. Thank you all for joining. So I'm checking for questions. Please drop your questions in the comment section if you have questions. And if you don't, so I'm assuming that I did a good job. Okay, so please let me know what your questions are. Princess Nexi is asking me which schools conduct Pre-Cas interview. Oh, Princess, thank you for that question. I mentioned it in between my conversation, but I am going to do that again. Okay, so like I said before, we have schools that conduct Pre-Cas interview, and then we have others that do not conduct Pre-Cas interview. It is not all the schools. It is not every school in the UK that does Pre-Cas interview. Okay, so if you are looking to apply into a school, so you want to know what school does Pre-Cas interview, what school does not do Pre-Cas interview, and if you are in the process of preparing for your own Pre-Cas interview with this school who you already have offers for, right? This is the conversation for you. Okay, so let me just quickly respond to Princess's question. Schools that conduct Pre-Cas interview: Birmingham City University does Pre-Cas interview, D. Montfort University, Bedfordshire University, University of Northampton, University of Bradford, Teesside, University of East London does Pre-Cas interview. I hope that answers your question and any other question and similar questions that anybody or any person had or has. So I'm checking through to see if we have questions. Thank you so much for joining again. We will not stop thanking you because you guys are the real deal. Thank you for joining. Okay, so Olajide sending a request to be in the live. I don't know. You guys, what do you think? Should I request? Should Olajide join me in the live or not? So I'm throwing the questions to us. Please kindly let me know if you want us to have Olajide in this live so we can continue with our conversation. Okay, Pearl Delight is asking me refusal in the UK or other countries. Now, the question is going to come in twofold. Have you been refused visa to the UK? And have you been refused visa to any other country? Do you understand? Yeah. So if you have, so that's the question you should expect. Have you been refused visa to the UK? If it's yes, yes. If it's no, no. Have you been refused visa to any other country aside from the UK? Then you give your response. I hope that answers you, Pearl Delight. Okay, so I'm scrolling to see. Okay, so Nelson is asking, do you guys charge? Okay, we don't charge. Our services are completely free. We don't charge for application processing to the UK. We don't charge, everything completely free. We are here for you guys. So, Burgos, our DM is open. Please send us messages. Let us help you in the way that we can, and we will definitely help you. I hope that answers your question, Nelson. Other people are joining. Oh my God, I'm almost an hour into this live, and some persons are joining. Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate that. But this video is going to be uploaded again on our Instagram page, so you'd want to go back and check for the information and the conversations that I have had in this live, so that you can be abreast on what we have discussed about. Thank you so much for joining. I'm waiting for questions, so I think I'll just give a window of 2 to 3 minutes if there are no questions, then I would say that we'll call it a day, or we'll call it a session, right? Ruby Susie, thank you for joining. You're just joining now. So this live, like I just said now, this live is going to be posted on our Instagram page. We are already almost rounding up. I'm already attending to questions on the comment section. So, however, this video is going to be uploaded, so you can get all the informations that were passed from here. Okay, I'm still waiting for questions. If there are no more questions, then thank you once again for joining and for having me. It was great and pleasant talking to you people, bringing you juicy information about preparing for your Pre-Cas interview. Do not hesitate to reach us on Instagram, our various platforms. Our numbers are out there everywhere. Please send us a message. Our DMs are open. Please let us know what area you want us to help. We do not charge application processing. It's entirely free. So please send us a DM and we'll be sure to respond. So thank you so much. It was great to be here. I hope you all have a very splendid day. Bye.